Hi Gemini, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at love and your person. So whether your person is a past person, a current person, or a future person that you may not have even met yet, we're going to be having a bit of a delve into all the sort of love energy around you at the moment, Gemini. Okay, now anyone that does leave a comment on one of my videos will go in the draw for a free personal reading. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so you can keep updated about that as well. But today we are going to be using the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. I also have the Voice of the Souls Oracle with me and the Lovers Oracle as well, all right? So getting started, I'm just going to have a quick look at your energy at the moment, Gemini. So Gemini's current energy towards love, please. Gemini's current energy towards love. Okay, so pretty straightforward, Gemini. We do have the garden followed by the heart. Okay, so this is sort of really letting us know that you are very open to love at this time, romance, those kinds of things. And we do have the garden, which is sort of that, getting out there, meeting people, even just going out to events and even just meeting friends for coffee, those sorts of things. It is a very social sort of card. It does talk about, getting out there and getting out and about, going to public places. So a lot of the time I find this can talk about going to places like museums, art galleries, conservatories, all those sorts of public spaces, even public libraries, coffee shops, literally going to a public garden and spending some time there. It's really giving you that opportunity to possibly find love if you don't already have love, but if you are connected to somebody already, it may just be talking about you wanting to meet up with this person, you wanting to spend some time with this person, go out on a date possibly with this person, go to an event with this person. So it's a very sort of getting out there, putting yourself out there kind of a vibe when it comes to love. It's a very positive energy, that one, Gemini. Okay, so it's definitely good to see the heart coming through when it comes to your energy towards love, because it does show us that you are sort of open to possibility with love, and you are in a loving kind of vibe at the moment, Gemini, which is always lovely. All right, now for a moment, I'm just going to swap to the Voice of the Souls Oracle there, and we're going to just have a look at what does Gemini need to know about love. What does Gemini need to know about love right now? Right now being timeless, whenever you're watching, of course. Okay, what does Gemini need to know about love, please? And one more, what does Gemini need to know about love? Okay, so once again, pretty straightforward at the moment. We do firstly have the message of forgiveness. Okay, so and before I sort of delve into that one, I'll just show you the next card, because it does show us straight away who you do need to forgive at the moment, Gemini, and that is you, yourself. All right, so needing to take some time to yourself. So even if you're going out and getting out there and meeting up with people, don't forget to take some time to yourself as well, because sometimes that garden card can talk about things like going somewhere to meditate as well. So I definitely see that may be useful to you at the moment. See this figure sitting in a meditation sort of pose. So I definitely feel that for a lot of you, some meditation would do you a world of wonders at the moment. But a lot to do with this message of forgiveness for yourself. Okay, so there's obviously something within you that you do need to forgive yourself about. A lot of the time, this is love. We're doing a love reading, so there is something related to love that you do need to forgive yourself about. So whether that is a past person or past issue, a way that you have dealt with love in the past, all those sorts of things. A lot of the time, forgiveness does sort of lead us to believe that there's something from the past that we're needing to forgive ourselves. But also, forgive yourself for um, anything going on currently as well. So if you feel as though you are wanting to go out and meet people and those sorts of things, but you just sort of feeling like you're not sure how, forgive yourself for any sort of lack when it comes to love at the moment, within yourself. Okay, forgive yourself for, even if for some of you that is just where you are currently at when it comes to love. Forgive yourself. You don't need to be anywhere except for where you are right now. All right, and so forgiving yourself for having expectations on yourself, I feel for some of you, may be the key. All right, but some sort of forgiveness that we do need to give to ourselves at this time when it comes to love. Okay, Gemini. Okay, so uh, what's going on for Gemini in the near future when it comes to love? Near future for Gemini with love, please. Okay, so we're actually getting a little bit more information about that forgive yourself message. We are seeing a continuation of that message here. We do have the magnifying glass. Okay, so it's talking about needing to look closer at something, put something of under the microscope. This thing that you need to forgive yourself. It's really telling you to put this under the microscope and really sort of get down to the nitty gritty of that. And we are seeing, I do feel as though it's something from the past here with the book. The book really does talk about, your story so far, where you've been so far. I feel I'm getting that energy, and it's kind of looking at that book under the microscope, looking at where you've been in the past, and then sort of also looking at where you want to go in the future. So, rereading the first half of your story, so that you kind of know what you want to change within the story, where you want your story to go from here. What does that next chapter say for you in the story of Gemini's love story, I suppose. And we also do have the coffin has come out as well. So that does sort of let us know that there's something about an ending in the past here. So part of your story, looking at the way that something has ended in the past, and really putting that under the magnifying glass, because there's something to do with the way that that ended in the past, that you need to forgive yourself about. You may need to, have some sort of a level of forgiveness for the other person involved, but majority of it, I think, is forgiving yourself for an ending in the past, or it could even be multiple endings, because we've got the book there. It's really finding that knowledge within the ending. All right, so we're putting that under the magnifying glass, and there's a bit of knowledge comes through the book as well, but it's knowledge about yourself, and knowledge about your story, the story of Gemini, the endings that you've had in your past, and really sort of putting those under the magnifying glass, with forgiveness in mind, of course. All right. But what we actually see with the coffin is, and I'm getting this vibe here from this, is that, once we examine closely these endings in the past, it's really going to help us understand, what not to do in the future, where we want our book to go from here. It's, this is kind of vibing as a present kind of energy, but it's definitely giving me that past energy, looking at the past in order to create a better future for yourself, Gemini. So it's a very interesting message there. But what we do find with the coffin is that, when things end, when we have an ending, it's always a new beginning in some way, shape, or form. With death, we do have rebirth, especially with deck here, we can sort of see that that's that sarcophagus. So you can kind of imagine in Egyptian mythology, they would mummify that was their coffin, was to mummify the remains. When someone died, they would mummify them so that they could focus on the next life rather than, the fact that they've died. They really look forward to the afterlife, so to speak. So it's when you are sort of putting this under these endings under the magnifying glass there, it's telling you to sort of really look at how that changed your life, and how it that energy, it may have created brand new beginnings for you. Like if you didn't do that, this would never have happened. Or if you didn't lose that person from your life, you never would have met this person. So it's really, really looking at how those endings actually created new beginnings for you as well. And forgiving yourself for the endings, because look, lo and behold, there was these new beginnings attached as well. All right, but I'm going to ask, I'm going to grab a couple of cards here for person in specific. So your person, Gemini, whether this is a past person, a current person, or a future person that you may not have even met yet. Gemini, what's going on with your person, Gemini? Gemini and their person, please. Once again, Gemini, hang on, I'm just going to grab some oracle as well. Gemini and your person, please. Gemini and your person. Quite interesting, Gemini. I've got a lot going on here. All right. So firstly, we do have the mice card coming through. So that does talk about the past, something that you have lost in the past. So this is that thing that has ended in the past, and it's sort of still eating away at you in the back of your mind. So I feel that for a lot of you, you're going to know straight away who that is referring to for you personally. But we also have the compass. Okay, so I do feel as though when we see the compass, a lot of the time it talks about choosing a direction, taking a certain direction, especially when I've got it here with the road card, the crossroads card, which talks about choices and decisions. All right, so those two together are very, very similar. This is actually an added card to this deck, and it is a very, very similar energy to the crossroads, to the point in some decks we actually see the crossroads is actually the symbol of the roads is actually a compass point rather than actual two separate pathways. So it's very interesting. They're very, very similar energy there. But what I'm actually feeling is that this loss in the past has sort of put you in a tailspin. It's like the compass is swinging around wildly, and you don't know which direction to go from here. It's kind of got you feeling a bit like you don't know which way is north anymore. You don't know which way to go. And we are seeing that there is a clear decision coming up for you when it comes to this particular person. There is a decision there. So that decision, I feel, for a lot of you is whether we go back to this past person or whether we move on to a new. Okay, so I am getting a strong division there, that for a lot of you, this is past versus new, and you sort of spinning wildly here, unsure which direction to actually take. So there is a bit of confusion here, but with both of these cards coming out, there is definitely this is a choice coming towards you in the near future with this person, or they may be choosing to come towards you. No, I feel as though you are going to be choosing, Gemini. And it's got to do with this past person. There is a decision coming in with this past person, all right? But what we're actually seeing is, this is why it's so important for you, Gemini, to look at the way things have ended in the past. Put that under the magnifying glass. And, especially when I was talking about, the book card and where do you want your story to go from here? Do you want to repeat you know, have the possibility that that same person the story will happen the exact same way all over again, or do you really want to push new energy into this and you know, focus on the new sort of side of things? I do feel you know, that for a lot of you, we are looking at the choice being this person one way or another. Okay, so it's just a matter of, you know, whether you're going to redo things as in do it again, or redo things as in do it differently. All right, and so that's why we really are seeing this strong message of really sort of looking at this, you know, closely, the way that this has ended in the past, really sort of getting down to the nitty gritty, being very honest with yourself as well. I'll get to that as well, but there is a very important message of you needing to be honest with yourself about the way that that has ended. Did that end, you know, in a way where it can't be rectified, kind of a vibe? Um, and really sort of working out your true. I'm really feeling that it's all about where you go from here and what you want your story to be from here. Do you want your story to have that same character in the story, or you know, or have we sort of killed that character off and we're moving on to, you know, we're going to meet new characters? Because we do have, right back at the beginning, we have your energy where you're open to love and you're wanting to sort of meet up with people and you know, spend time with people and approach the idea of loving, you know. So it it's a, I can't clearly tell you um how to sort of break through and make this decision. It's kind of you know, with the compass there is a message also of, you know, following your heart and your intuition and using yourself to guide yourself to your true north and what really is your true heart and intuition telling you about this person. All right, we do have um that you card there, the forgiveness card there. So, you know, what do you need to forgive about the way that this has ended in the past? What do you need to forgive about yourself and those sorts, you know, um, and that will help you sort of make that decision a little bit clearer for yourself. All right, but the compass kind of does, especially with the path. I do feel as though the compass and the path together, it kind of does feel as though for a lot of you, you intuitively have already made the decision and you already know which way you're going to go. It's just a matter of consciously making the choice. You know, but I do feel that, you know, this mouse energy coming through from the past, loss there, it is niggling away at you in the back of your head, and I feel as though you kind of already know which way you're going to go with that, because we do have the love card has come on through as well, Gemini. So there is a lot of love there and the potential for love there, because, you know, when we're asking about your person more specifically, in your energy, we had the love heart card, remember? And now we're seeing that in the person's energy as well. So there is a lot of love, you know, to be had. But we also have secrets. Okay. And I do feel as though, Gemini, that for a lot of you, this is not necessarily your person keeping secrets from you. I feel like for a lot of you, this is you, you know, not so much keeping secrets from yourself, um, but there's just another layer of things that you haven't looked at yet, and it's kind of secret to you at the moment because you just haven't, you know, revealed that to yourself. And that's where we see that magnifying glass, you know, you sort of putting yourself under the magnifying glass with forgiveness in mind, of course, and sort of you know, unraveling the secrets of how this happened and why this happened, and you know, how you would you know, stop that from happening again in the future. You know, for one or two of you, there definitely may be a secret from your person that you're not yet aware of. I do get the vibe that it's not going to be secret for much longer, all right, because that's probably going to help you make that decision as well. You know, I do feel as though that secret will be revealed to you very soon. But we'll get a couple more cards here. Okay. Gemini and your person. Gemini and your person, please. Gemini and your person. All right. Oh, and another one jumped out as well. Okay, so straight away, there's that card there, which does say freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So, like I said, with that secrets card, I do feel as though that's going to be revealed to you pretty quickly. But there's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So you just need to sort of put some things under the magnifying glass so that you can work out which path you want to take. All right, like we did see with that road card, that there is some multiple pathways open to you at the moment, but the path is clear if you want it to be. And I feel as though you do have a certain path that you want to achieve, and you want to walk that path. So here it is. It's clear for you if you want it to be. Nothing's stopping you. So whatever's making your compass spin wildly and be so confused about this choice at the moment, it's kind of feeling like there's no need for that. You already know which path you want to take, and it's just a matter of sort of putting some things under that magnifying glass. And we do also have here this card here. So this does say, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So I'm feeling that that's linked with that message of forgiveness card. Criticizing yourself will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept yourself as you are, and your relationship with yourself will magically transform, is how I'm kind of vibing that one for you. And once again, back to ourselves, does say, look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. So we are getting that reference once again, examine, okay, that examine what is causing this. So examine why you feel this way. Look inside yourself. So we're getting that message from that magnifying glass. So you really need to sort of make some things clear to yourself when it comes to, once again, it's coming to the way that things have ended, the way that story has ended in the past with this past person, and really putting that under the magnifying glass and approaching it from different angles, and it'll help you understand why you sort of feel this way, and sort of give you that confidence to walk that path that you choose to walk. All right, Gemini. So that's what I have for you guys this week. It was a bit of a unexpected message, I want to say, but let me know in the comments if that resonates for you and the past person on your mind. Like I said, at the beginning, sometimes we do get different energies coming through, but a lot of the Gemini collective out there obviously still looking at a past person. All right, so if that's not you, there's plenty of other readings that I've got uploaded, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements as well if you are looking specifically for a different type of energy. All right, but hopefully I will see you all again soon. So thank you for your time, Gemini.